All right, how's it going there? Welcome back. How's combat for MW Comp? We got MJ12 versus UKS. Here with me today again, Level. What's up, buddy?
How's it going, everybody?
Most people are still here watching from the. Can't afford to pay my day because we have a nice, good matchup. Kel's command, Kel's danger close outfit. RJF F1.
Yeah, they won 4 drops, or yeah, 4 drops to 2. Giggity won the 1v1, and then Kells pulled out a upset win on Frozen City. Definitely, absolutely worth the watch. That last match. Uh, for MJ12 and Smoke Adders, uh, both are ready for the 1v1. We ready to go? All right, launching. It happens. Very professional cast. So we're on Ishima Caves with the Jay-Z special stalker build. 2 MRM40s, 3 SRM6, and then 5 small lasers. It's a super hot assault build. Um, Managing your heat, it will be probably the most important. The second most important thing is making sure all your weapons actually hit your target. Can't afford any missed shots.
That's why Giggity went leg because of those.
I agree. I think that's exactly what he. All right, both guys are off. Kester taking a quick peek. It looks like he did not see Scout Derek, but it looks like Scout Derek saw him.
Yeah.
Scout Derek is repositioning. Looks like he's going to go in for the intercept.
Well, first strikes do matter in this.
Absolutely. Scout Derek knows exactly where he is. Kester still has no idea where Scout Derek is.
Caps are getting the worst of that.
Yeah, Kester ate the full MRMs. Scout Derek glancing below. Oh, he just whiffed that entire second shot.
Off.
Yeah, he's backing off. Scout Derek is going full Chad mode, pushing him hard. Kester not sure which way he's coming. Oh, he hit the panic button on that SRM right into a wall. Scout Derek going for hard legs too. Kester already legged. Scout Derek going for that second leg. And there it is.
Obviously, a good strategy for this match.
Looks like Scout Derek went to the Giggity school of leg the stalker. Well done. Just like in the earlier match, damage is actually relatively came down to focusing legs versus focusing the fully armored torso.
I mean, that's 72 to hit. And it seems to be the well-working strategy. 4 damage, which is great around. I think he did as well.
Scout being Victor, he gets to choose which team they start with. Caustic. because these maps change every week, and for they want team one.
No effort from us. Oh, except left.
Like, all right, I'll send Unfearing a new invite.
Yeah, there's actually undercover crack inspectors, 38 points compared to MJ12 win 18-13 against Russian clan. Is that Irie? It was Irie.
Not sure where Undercover Krakens went.
11-point difference. UKS can hold the lead. It was you guys who did see that fought today?
I had to fight JGX 2 divs higher. We lost 10 to like 52. We managed a few kills, which was great, but it was still a little bit of a stomp on our end. But it was a learning lesson.
Yeah, I'm looking at the. I totally forgot that they said. I remember playing that. I can't remember what even MOR. They did. Wait a second. Moving.
Kras came in right after the match. Let us know that they didn't take us like pushovers, so they didn't go easy, which we really appreciated. Because when we lost, that was our first thought was, did they go easy on us or not? Because that is 2 divs high, and we were just lucky to be able to pull off a few kills. Yes, they are. This first drop will be Caustic Valley. MJ12's team one side. Looks like they're stacking Charlie. They might be planning on going full NASCAR off the get-go. It's the furthest point from Theta, but the closest point to enemy spawns. Both teams are locked. We ready to roll? Definitely curious about what lights they will be taking. Um, both teams have played spectacularly in the past in past seasons. Uh, like Bore, ISC. Both teams are actually pretty good at most ranges. Uh, overall, decent teams. They should be able to. They should be able to react and to no matter what the opponent team does. Wonder if one team will push the Caldera like the last match.
So I'm staring at SA, and I got TKO and a Wolfhound 2, Kieran in the Fleet 17, Judas and Assassin 23, Ur9, Urban Mech K9 from Mad Cat, Unfearing in the Mistlinks Prime.
I got Horseman in a Panther 8Z, Scout Derek in a K9, Frio in a Prana 1, Dith Mentos and an Uziel 6P, and Stash in a Wolfhound 2. They are definitely going all medium pulse lasers. Oh, except the Prana. That's machine guns.
Kieran trying to get the early catch, touched by.
Looks like Spoke Outers is repositioning. Um, looks like they're repositioning further away from this. MJ12 looks like they have a good ball going on. Dith trying to get some pop tarting. UAVs are up and UAVs are being shot down as quickly as they go. There's still one UAV over the Caldera though. Neither team.
Okay, they're coming for the push. Thought they were gonna wait.
Oh, Prana's right in the middle of them, but he is not being focused. They are focusing the Uziel instead.
There's on the Assassin 23 there. Let him down quick.
Dith, it's down. We got to flee in the Panthers back, going in for all the back shots.
Go down his and Frio 51. Oh, he's legged too, isn't he?
Yep, and now he's down. Wow.
Oh, team kill.
Team kill. He team killed right before he died. That's what that might cost them. Scout Derek getting seriously hurt in the K9. I think he's about to get legged.
Even 3-3, but yeah, not for Scout Derek.
That mislinks and flee focusing the Wolfhound really well. Wolfhound goes down. This looks like Smoke Adder's game. All Horseman could do is try to maximize kills. Oh, he lost one of his gun arms. I think they're going for the other one. Nope, they went for the leg. And there it goes. K9 at less than half HP, but he's in the orange. He got shot literally all over. Mislinks is for the most part untouched. And now they're just going out for caps. Both teams avoided Caldera. That the Smoke Adders UAV that they placed near the edge of the Caldera, I think because they didn't get any pings on it, because where MJ12 is positioned, it looked like that they were able to figure out from that alone exactly where MJ12 was, and then they just, as you saw, they just pushed into them almost in like a spear tip formation and just pushed right through the entire line. We'll play it on both sides.
Holy man, there was a lot of team damage from both sides. A great team, or great damage. Unfearing with 383. But 66 team damage and damage from Scout Derek in that K9. As they want. I've been beautiful components destroyed. Holy crap! 7 from the Mistlinks. I'm fearing machine guns putting in hard work. Exactly what they do.
Was it Judas that killed TKO or TKO that killed Judas? One of the either way, that the team kill was less than 40 damage to. That looks like an accidental alpha strike.
Yeah, Judas killed because he was low anyways. Setting up. And we got time. Look at the map strat. Ready? Yes. Who being smart. Background. They tried to take Theta and then backed off into the low ground of D5. Wow. SA. UKS used to
MJ12.
MJ12 rolled up and NASCAR'd up and kind of took it nice and slow and easy up to the edge. That's when all hell broke loose. SA put the rush on him and then started killing mechs and team killing TK, my man, winning at 5-3.
One thing that is definitely to note, there was a whole line of UAVs here. Smoke adders popped up everywhere. And MJ12 tried to shoot them down as quickly as they were going up, but they forgot one that was about right here. And so it could see probably this whole area. And since MJ12 is right here and it didn't pick any, and it probably didn't get any pings on the enemy team, that's when smoke adders pushed right into them, caught the piranha, and I think that was the Uziel that was on the far right of their team, of MJ12's team, and they caught those two off guard, pushed right through them, and then surprisingly ignored the piranha, but they went for the bigger mechs first, and then they swept up, legged the piranha, and then finished him off, I think, second or third. Either way, it was beautifully done. That was a good push.
Yeah, smart to take. They said the Panther wasn't a big deal. Uziel is a big deal. Panther, clean mech. West side. Guys are everywhere.
They are, aren't they? I had one on my team at the very start of this. Unfortunately, in real life stuff, he became an essential worker, so he had to work overtime, so he couldn't play anymore. Unfortunately. Absolutely, IRL always comes first. So I always tell my team.
Hearing being a smart ass. Or taking
See,
all.
they're all ready. Got to see if they're locked. Still not locked. Slayer City is definitely going to be interesting. I'm really curious what both teams are going to do. A couple hours ago, we got to see what RJF was made of. They proved why they were Div 1 with with how they got all the way around the enemy team, around KDCM without them even knowing it. And then by the time that they realized it and pushed into them, RGF already had an assassin and MPL mech on a flank, and then they just dived into their backs while they were in the push. And they just started losing one mech from the rear, one mech from the front until it was down to one mech. Both teams just locked, ready to roll.
Try that, see if that's a little bit better. My damn mic's cutting out, that's what I was reading. Probably because it's not close enough to my face.
Oh yeah, give the crowd some ASMR like that. Just whisper gently into their soul.
You don't know this, but I'm big bucks in the Japanese market.
I can 100% see that. All right, here comes the dropships.
Alright, well I got Smoke Adders dropping on me. We got Inferior in the Bushwhacker P1, Kintaro 18 for Judas, Psyche in the Vulcan 5T, Kevster in the Quick Draw 4-4, Vigorous in the Assassin 21. What do you got on the Majestic 12 side?
We got an Zeal 6P, Wolverine 7K, a Linebacker D, Phoenix Hawk 2, and a Vulcan 5. Linebackers probably SRMs. Wolverine is hard tank. Everything else looks like to be lasers, laser vomit, and so kind.
I do like that Wolverine pick. That'll probably pan out for them.
Scout Derek is king of the Wolverine. He wouldn't take any other. I bet he wouldn't take any other mech if he even tried.
Shouldn't make him take another mech. He just leaves.
The linebacker absolutely is SRM spam. Looks like MJ12 is going to go in for a hard push.
Resource point Theta is ours.
Though they have some kiting capabilities with that Phoenix Hawk, Uziel, linebacker, and even though the Vulcan looks a little slow. It's struggling to keep up the rest of the team.
I mean, it probably won't be a bad strategy for them pulling that wide if they get into it right away here, but giving that much time away for SA and KS to hold the center, bit oddball strategy.
Definitely. Yeah, they're going way wide around Kappa before they. I think they're trying to come in on Smoke Adders or UK side of the map. UK, they looks like they're not even sure where the enemy is. They're kind of spreading out a little bit to try to find them. Yeah, it looks like Bushwhacker is going off on his own. So is the assassin. Quick Draw and Katara are holding together. MJ12 got himself a little ball of armor going on, sticking together really well.
Yeah, WKS might, or UKS might have to be careful about how they spread out here looking for everybody, or they might get caught out.
If MJ12 can catch one of the heavier mediums or even that out of position, which right now looks like most of Smoke Adders is.
Oh, Inferior sees him.
Ooh. Yep, Smoke Adders is now regrouped to receive the push. Kintaro Quick Draw looks like they're holding back a little too hard. Bushwhacker is getting focused. Airstrike just nipped the Quick Draw on UK. Frio in the Vulcan is having a bit of a struggle with the assassin. Frio just is getting hammered every time he tries to peek. Scout Derek and Diff are way away from the fight.
Yeah, Vigorous is in a bad spot too. He's got to cut back where his teammates are. He's done good work, but he can't. You don't want to keep pushing.
Diff and Scout are pushing on 3 of the Smoke Adders in the back. MJ12, I think Scout and Dith might have got too aggressive. The rest of the team is struggling to.
Yeah, UKS taking advantage of it. If they can finish Scout and Diff Menos right here, that's 2 mechs out of the way. The rest of MJ12 is way too far back.
They are now diving hard on Scout. Dith poking from the side. Frio finally in the fight.
Oh, he's lagged.
All Scout could do. Oh, there he goes. Stash and Horseman, the linebacker and Phoenix Hawk, are now the new targets of the entire UK. Unfearing is legged. Looks like he's out of the fight. Kessler just takes out the linebacker. Vulcan's stuck in the middle and he goes down. Death is still struggling to get back to the fight, but it might just be too late. Phoenix Hawk is now being chased by 4 mechs.
He's about to be legged here too. Or side torso, which is the other.
I think Dith might have held back a little too long in this. He probably should go for Unfearing for the points, but it looks like he's about to walk right into all 4 of the UK's mechs. There it is. Oh wow, he pulled off a kill on Vigorous. Can he get one more? Oh, Vulcan just nailed him really hard. There it goes. And that's game. GG's both sides. Smoke Adder's doing a bang up job spreading that armor through their mechs, all in the orange, all around 50%. They did a good job rotating in and out.
Ooh, Capster with 48 drinks managed. 5 components destroyed. Yeah, good numbers by AS on this one. MJ12 Dith Menos getting the top damage 355 with 4 components destroyed in that Uziel 6P, so good job for him. So Derek just not getting to put out that work that we wanted in that Wolverine 7K. But then again, they were caught way too far out before the team could back them up.
For sure. If the team pushed 30 seconds sooner, they could probably got UK in like a
What a nice crossfire.
yeah. All right, next map is Frozen City, and not Frozen City Classic. This is the long range map that earlier today KDCM proved that you can actually still brawl this map. Though only a team like them could actually pull it off.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy on a map like that.
MJ12, they did long range really well in last year's seasons, and even in, they'll most likely stick to the tried and true and try to out trade the other team. But who knows? They could try to do something else unexpected.
Taking a quick look at the map strat, because that was a bit of an oddball one. With MJ12 just wrapping hard around to go cap, go in, or was it further out?
That's about where the first three went, and then and Scout Derek went even wider, something like that.
Oh yeah, because they engaged and then they split.
Yeah, I think the engagement was about right here. So yeah, they pulled off up and went all the way around. Yeah.
Something along those lines. It's just a weird. I mean, like I said, it could have panned out for them a little bit better had they just not that. Had they got that crossfire to work, I think it would have panned out way better for them. But they just came in too late to help Scout Derek out in C3. He was trying to distract them.
I agree. I think it was just all down to a timing issue. Uh, I'm not sure if they thought the team was the most of the enemy team was somewhere else at that point.
Because then Dips Meadows still, I don't think he wasn't. Well, he was. They were balls deep on Scout Derek, but he wasn't getting in there trying to share any armor either. Because I mean, you didn't want to die, but as soon as Scout died, the rest of the team was there.
Definitely a risky move. Unfortunately, it didn't play out probably how they. But if it worked out, that could have been a hell of a win.
MJ12 almost looking locked.
Yeah, they're all readied up, just waiting for the confirmation. They are officially locked. UK is now on the timer.
Bringing two XD4 players in with TKO and PsyQ. Well, TKO's not still D4.
Team 1's dropping over most of their team in Alpha. For Team 1 on this map, I don't believe it really matters too much. I believe all Team 1 spawns are about the same spot. Team 2 spawns are a little over the place. I believe Charlie is either Charlie or Bravo starts out in the down in the low ground in between both the right in the middle of both sides of the riverbed. And then they have one spawn that starts right up against the edge of the riverbed, and then only one spawn up. So, it looks like that they're gearing up to put one in the riverbed and two up top. Or in the rest of the team are going to looks like they're going to be trading from the high ground.
Yeah, Team 1, if they're in Alpha, they're close to Gamma. Charlie's close to Jenner Alley. Like I said, if they want to go long range, like I said, they drop Alpha, they get in the city, play it from there.
Definitely. Curious if either team is going to try to get an early cap and then hold the far. I wonder if either might bring a linebacker or something that's heavy and quick. We'll find out.
Yeah, I figured you could do something like that. Get a linebacker, get in there, touch it quick, but then after you don't run back after that. You gotta hug that wall close to the enemy. Either poke or just sit and wait. Maybe be bait, but
Yeah.
because like you said, once you take the point and once you're there, they gotta take it. But that's still a gamble.
Definitely.
But if you know the team's going hard city, you should be okay.
It looks like team two. Team 2 is now locked. We ready?
Yep, rock and roll.
With the last two losses, MJ12 definitely needs a paw to win if they still want a chance of winning this match. Let's hope they bring their A game.
Captain Judas giving me flack on the drawing of the map. Says it's incorrect. I agree. But otherwise, I have MJ12 dropping on me. We got Diff Meadows in the linebacker, Scout Derek in the Summoner, Stas in the Nightgyre, the Warhammer Black Widow for Horsemen, and the last guy, Frio, in the Annihilator 2A. What do you got on the UKS side?
I got Unfearing in a Marauder 2C8. I got TKO in a Summoner F, Kevster in a Virago, Psyche in a Sunspider VG, and Kieran in a Rifleman 2C. And it looks like the Summoner is actually the one going on the far flank, and he's starting to trade. Looks like MJ12 has someone going for the cap. Yes. Looks like their linebacker's making a play.
Yeah, taking that red line. Oh no, unless he's going super wide.
Yeah, I guess he did just turn off to go wide.
But yeah, Majestic 12 going to Generali, going to cross, obviously.
UK already has a pretty good concave firing line, controlling the entire southern side of the map. It looks like MJ12 is going to try to push into their side of the map. Probably put some pressure.
Yeah, UKS backing off just a little bit away from the dropship. Oh yeah, because Diff Meadows in that red line, he is pushing hard ahead of his team with those lasers.
I would normally be worried that he might just have the speed to get himself out of. I don't think anything on Team 2 can even come close to catching it.
I mean, he's just scouting right now, so I mean, he knows what he's doing.
UK is crossing the map to. They have now swapped sides of the map. This is
cycling out.
This is definitely a rotation. Summoner's still getting shots off, taking a couple hits in return.
Yeah, TK wide open there. He's got to get behind some cover here.
Yeah, you can't use his pop-tarting when he has nothing to pop-tart over. Oh, and he is taking shots from 3 angles.
Oh yeah, yellow CT, yellow armor. Yeah, the rest of VKS trying to fire on the red line, I believe. But not staying behind coverage, still in the open.
Okay, yeah, it looks like they are too focused on trying to trade with that linebacker. The entire MJ12 team is moving into position, and MJ12 has cover, and UK does not. They might have spent too much time dealing with the linebacker. They probably should have gotten the buildings more. Rifleman 2C is starting to take hits. The Sunspider is also.
Majestic 12 trying to take the Theta.
It looks like UK is winning the trades right now. This could still go the other way because they're still out in the open, and MJ12 has more cover. Nike or C might need to rotate out. He's like solo trading with 4 mechs at a time. And I think he just lost half of his mech.
Scout Derek just getting Theta. Putting a lot of pressure on UKS. Well, they, like I said, with Stas and Nightgyre being in bad shape, they maybe have the lead on this still. Let's take a look at Stas. Oh yeah, he's open everywhere.
UK is not even phased by the early cap by MJ12. Completely ignoring it. They're still just, they're going for kills, it looks like. Stash is finally hiding in cover. Looks like the Annihilator 2A is struggling to get some trades off against those Pop-Tart mech.
Six AC2 1ER large.
Scout Derek might need to get a little more aggressive to pull some of that fire off the rest of his team, because he looks like he's the help. Yeah, by far. MJ12 have the cap. They could easily pull back to where UK cannot shoot at him anymore, and then they can have Overwatch over Theta.
I think they're hoping that they try and take it. Like I said, they could easily come in here and just annihilate and just hold the points. Just lose by just a little bit. Kieran 50% here in his Rifleman 2C. Yeah, he's yellow CT, red torso from the back.
Dith still way over there, still trading and still alive, even though he's probably been shot at more than anyone else on the team. So we'll see how that plays out in the end. The Warhammer BW is now holding out. I just realized it is 4 AC2.
Bad friendly strike on the BKS side. Yep, hitting Kieran. Only hit Kieran for 5% that Rifleman 2C. He got lucky there.
Yeah, must have only got a glancing blow.
He still got his 4ER large.
This could still go either way, but it looked.
Yeah, they gotta start killing guys here right away. Scout Derek, like I said, hounding the Theta point. Someone's gotta try and get some kills so they can move in. Or MJ12 can just hold it. They're doing a fine job so far. Oh, Scout Derek taking a pounding right there. Down to 45%, 43.
MJ12 just reached a position as long as they don't lose all their mechs, they'll win on caps no matter what. I just realized what the linebacker was for. TKO going in to try to take the cap. It might be too late because they have to get all 5 kills and take a second cap to win. And here the kills go. 2 down on each side. Psycho and Kevster, the Virago and VG on UK is now dead. Horseman and Stash, the Night Gear and Warhammer, are both now gone.
Yeah, I'm watching TK. He's going to try and take the cap. Scout Derek, kind of. He could. Oh, dropping the strike. God, strikes galore in this match.
Oh, and TKO avoided it by the hair on his teeth.
I think they know too. They're probably just going to go for kills now.
There goes Dith. He's running away. Yep. They're going for a cap game.
Yeah, TKO's CT red. Scout Derek of 18% though. He is just living, holding on for dear life.
Keeping an XL mech to 18%, that takes serious skill. Frio looks like he is just going to bait and keep them from finding Dith while Dith goes and runs and hides. This is MJ12's game, unless they can find Dith and kill him. Frio not even turning around. There he goes. Oh, pop the side torso on the summoner. This is definitely one of those drawn out matches, but
Yeah,
on the plus side, that was pretty good.
Ken Fearing actually in decent shape, just one torso that's hurt.
And now they go try to hunt Dith, and Dith is at the furthest corner he possibly can be.
Yeah, they won't. There's no gun. It's over.
He is literally on the edge of the map. Well done. I've never even seen over here before.
Yeah, you don't come over here too often. I've searched before.
Scout Derek taking that Theta when he did was a perfect move. UK probably waited too long to take that cap back. Summoner probably could have got in there a couple minutes sooner. Oh, we got a little salt on the field.
But you got to play smart. MJ12 played this one smart.
Yep.
Any points are good points.
We've gathered enough
All is
resources.
fair.
This triumph will provide us huge
All
technical
strats are fair in
benefits.
comp. Even learn strats. Well done, MJ12. GG's. All mechs were in the red. It's going to be a high damage game. A couple really good strikes from both teams. Looks like UK did strike themselves once, at least, maybe twice.
Yeah, Scout Derek getting top damage. I tell you how much, but I'm trying to get the stats.
MJ12 pulling out a last second win. That was pretty good. Really smart of them. Scout Derek definitely kept that pressure on Theta all the way down to the last actual couple percent of his mech's life.
Yeah, good work by both teams on this one. Kieran Yagami getting the most damage on the EKS side was 668, but yeah, Scout Derek in that Summoner 746, and just like you said, holding Theta that they never got time to rush in. Great damage. Unfearing with 8 components destroyed. Frio in the Niler was 6 components as well. Have a job. If we takes a look at point spread, let it load. Seven points on that drop. 5 for UKS, so only 2 more points. So UKS still holding a 26-14 lead. Doing some fine work out there, teams like in this one.
Yeah, if MJ12 can keep that kind of pressure on for these next 2 drops, they can pull a victory out of this. They just need to shake off those first 2.
Well, let's take a quick look at the map strat. We had Team 2, UKS, come up to a bunch of these points here and firing down range, but we had MJ12 down push through Jenner Alley, come up and then hold most of the F5-ish area, with the linebacker then kind of doing his own thing while UKS and push around and held City View. Scout Derek took Theta and then hit over here.
I was more surprised by each team took each other's side of them. Just with the early pressure in the linebacker, seemed to push smoke adders out of the trading positions it looked like they already had set up. Then they had to reset up new ones in the 7 line. Then they just slowly inched up the 7 line to about Echo 6. That's about the time they realized that they needed to get that cap now or lose. They just didn't push quick enough on Theta. They might have played it a little too safe there, trying to kill a couple more mechs before they took it, but at that point it was too late. If they could have picked off the linebacker early, then it probably wouldn't have mattered, because it would have been a slower mech trying to run away, and they could have probably caught up to that.
I like where Scout Derek took Theta. This point right here is the prime point of coverage for most of that whole freaking thing. Because the next that he held in this little cubby here he fired on from 2 angles, but he could stay tight to it and not.
Yeah.
While Frio was up, Frio was right here, kind of like he was messed up too. Well, a lot of the MJ12 guys were messed up, but still able to do a good job. They were.
That was definitely one of the coolest Frozen City matches I ever. The skill was real on both teams. The anytime a mech poked, as we saw, it was getting hit by 2 or 3 mechs. Uh, both teams, it was happening to both teams. Uh, but yeah, that's why that cap is important. Especially for a long range, for especially if both teams go long range. Usually they don't have much speed, and as we saw with MJ12, sometimes just getting that an early cap and then backing off of it like they did and dare the enemy team to push it. Sometimes that's exactly what you have to do when the enemy team has superior trading positions.
Although, like I said, it wasn't even early. It was like a late stage theta grab, but it it was perfect because it was enough time where they could kind of hold it, and then as soon as they couldn't anymore, Dip just ran out. Right, ran away, so they couldn't. Had no chance.
Yeah, he was trading from here in G5 when Smoke Adders went across, wasn't he? He was about right here, and then he
I believe
ran
so. Yes.
all the way to literally right there, the furthest corner of the map he could get, without being in this big open like lake bed or seabed. So yeah, he was definitely nestled where even if they swept the enemy team earlier and went hunting for him, they would not see him there unless they actually came down to about right there. Like I said, I've never seen that side of the map, and I've never seen anyone over there, so I didn't even know that place existed until today. Pretty cool.
It's funny that there's such nice terrain over there too in the H3, I3, I4. It's just nobody sees it.
Oh yeah.
All that work for nothing. Like the tunnel being redone for nothing.
I haven't gone in tunnel in a while, but yeah, the tunnel is actually kind of like pretty, if you could say that about this game.
That's basically all I do if I get Frozen City Classic. Still waiting on UKS. Should be locked here right away.
They were all readied up. I'm fearing unreadied for a second. Okay, they are officially.
Nice.
MJ12's now on the counter. Both teams same weight. I'm curious if they have very similar decks. MJ12 has actually the superior side on mining. They have that the side that has open firing lines from their spawn to the thing. Wonder if that's why they picked Team 1 at the start, so they could have Team 2 on this one. Team 2 gets slight advantage on mining over Team 1. But that's just the way it goes. Some of these maps, slight advantage, which is what makes the picking the right team to start out with important, or which side to start out with important.
Yeah, well, hopefully they don't have the difference in mechs like KDCM versus RJF did. 'Cause it did not pan out well for them. Regardless if it was maybe the mechs or that they came through the down the ramp, running too wide.
Yeah. It, if RJF didn't get that scout and know that they were all hard brawl AC-20s, stuff like that, LB-20, um, uh, RGF probably would have got closer, and they wouldn't have been out of range of KDCM's fire as soon as they pushed. They might have. It could have gone either way. But RGF got that early scout, and then they just pulled back, knowing that they had the range on the enemy.
Yeah. Send that to you. Not a lot of team damage so far. It's been boring. Boost those numbers up, boys.
Both teams have striked their own teams a couple times. It's just the mechs are like on the edge of them, getting scratched instead of like full hammered, which has been surprising. Usually, when you see someone strike a friendly position, you're looking at 100, couple hundred team damage, depending on if you get one mech or a few of your teammates. MJ12 just all readied up to see if they're locked. Looks like MJ12's just not quite ready yet. They still got a couple minutes.
Could be talking strats. We are good to go otherwise. Waiting on the word.
Sometimes you just need those. You need to use those few minutes that you have to double check, make sure everyone's on the same page, knows their roles in a drop.
Yeah, give your Braveheart speech for the assault drop.
Wait, you're gonna give a Braveheart speech on the assault drop? Oh, you meant they are. Ha! That would be epic. I'd love to hear their comms if that happened.
Just literally word for word gives a Braveheart speech.
They officially locked, ready to launch.
Yes, sir.
Mining Collective is a map where literally anything's possible. If you want to do a Lerm strat, you can. If you want to do a bunch of Pop-Tart mechs, get up high on the buildings with PPCs and lasers, you absolutely can. If you want to push brawl hard in the enemy team, you can. And if you want mid-range trade, you can. That's what makes this map one of the more fun maps in the collection to play on, and also the most varied and hard to design strats for or design counter strats because your opponent can almost do anything. Here comes the dropships.
Command coming in. Capture and hold.
Alright,
the
I'm starting at
resource
Majestic
point.
12, Scout Derek and Annihilator
Hostile
2
inbound.
AS, Diff Meadows in the Javelin 11A, Frio in the Direwolf Prime, and he's going the long way around. And then we got Cyclops Schleppner for Stassen and the Blood Asp for Horseman. What do you got on the Smokeadder side? Question UKS.
TKO and Mark 2B. We got Mad Cat and a Javelin 11A. We got Unfearing and an Annihilator 1A. Kevster and a Fafnir 5, and Vigorous Apathy and Blood Asp A. It looks like they are going for mid-range DACA.
MJ12 taking the
is
quick
controlled
cap.
by the enemy.
Will not be. Yeah, no one's gonna be touching it.
Scratch
from there.
that. That Annihilator is dual heavy Goss and all the lasers.
Yeah, I thought they were on the other side.
I think they did.
TKO down to 93%, taking a lot of fire from the setup from MJ12 right back at their base.
Yep, they're setting up for the firing lines to pressure the enemy team. But yeah, they also got the cap early. UK will definitely have to push them at some point here.
And they are spread nice and wide, so they got good opportunities to run 2 ramps here. They be smart about it.
It looks like UK is trying to set up a. They have an Annihilator holding back at their. I think it's trying to do Overwatch, but I don't think it really has the range for that. Mad Cat's Javelin is off on one of the side buildings. Looks like he's doing a little trading and poking.
Yeah, with the 8 AC2 Direwolf.
That's definitely a mech you have to go hard CT on. The amount of just damage it can output if you give it the chance is unreal. Looks like Dith and a Javelin off to the side. Both teams have the same Javelin. Dith now moving back towards the center. Stash and the Cyclops is off on the south side of the map. I'm not sure what he's trying to trade with, or he just must be holding to see if the enemy's coming that direction. Both teams are a little chaotically spread right now. I'm not sure if either of them are afraid to push or if neither side knows exactly where the whole enemy team is. We got some long range trading going from Frio in the Dire Whale against the Fafnir and Blood Asp. It definitely has the range on them.
Kevster
They
just
cannot
getting
trade.
murdered out here. Drop down too. There he goes. Down to 74%. Don't know if
Lost a
that's trying to
quarter.
touch Timber Vigorous as well, but
Dith asserting his dominance, just running back and forth on the center, daring someone to come try to Yeah, Mad Cat's still holding off to the side in his javelin. I wonder if he'll catch Dith. Looks like he's trying to find him right now. Unfearing is moving up with his Annihilator. He is now at the bottom of the ramp. Vigorous right behind him in the Blood Asp. Kevster
Yeah,
is
he's taking a
gone
long
back
way
to his
back
spawn.
now.
I did not realize how much damage he took. Ooh,
Yeah, he took
down
a
to
lot of
67.
damage. Yeah, TK in a bad place as well as they're starting to focus on him. He's retreating now.
He has that. Yeah, he has that wall keeping him from getting out of the way.
This is gonna hurt. Yeah, this is gonna hurt UKS for sure. Trying to set up again and then get the move on.
Yeah, it looks like every position they're trying to get into, the AC2 mechs can at least do something to him and causing them to push off. Vigorous looks like he's pushing forward in the Blood Ass. Mad Cat going for the cap.
Oh yeah, because Dithmanos is right there as well.
Yeah,
They're gonna get up here though.
Oh, that's Stash's Sleipnir probably should be on the south side of Scout Derrick, where we would have Overwatch over that. Since he's focusing so much on the far north side of the map, he's going to be completely out of this fight if they end up pushing the other two assaults. Mad Cat and Vigorous getting good shots on Dith is retreating.
Just almost had the cap point.
It looks like Mad Cat's going to try to take the cap again.
Oh, TK might have a good position here on... Oh, he's too far over.
Resource point Beta is ours.
Just not getting a chance to get that MJ12 holding that cap.
Yeah, if you don't have Team 2, and if Team 2 does what MJ12 did in holding their spawn and holding Overwatch over the center, the best thing you could possibly do is probably go around the outside. Oh, all the assaults are balled up in the same spot, and the Annihilator is just getting free damage on them all. They can barely damage him back.
Resource point Beta is ours.
Kevster's Fafnir just got hammered by Scout there.
And Mad Cat finally changing the cap. Strike hits.
Stash is finally in the fight. He's not covering the outside, he's covering the inside. Kevster's almost down to half a mech.
See if Mad Cat can take up Dithmanos over here.
Oh, he might.
100%.
Dith is pretty hurt. Is he going to chase him or give up? He's going in for the chase. Dith is hiding in the low ground.
Kevster's on him too, so this might not work out for him at all.
If they can pop Dith, they'll lose their line of sight on anything behind the center plot. TKO he took the high ground on top of a building off to the side.
That's it.
Mad Cat took out Dith.
Now the only problem is the Horseman and Stassin are pretty fresh still.
Unfearing, taking serious hits on the center. Just does not have the range to fight back at all with his heavy goss. Horseman, Scout Derrick, and Frio are all focusing him down. He is 15%.
MJ12 is moving in though, because they know they got to take the cap back.
There goes Unfearing's 1A.
Into the center though. Oh, firing on Vigorous. Vigorous is not looking his way.
Frio just getting some free shots there. Looks like into the side torso and a little bit in the...
Oh,
Kevster
getting striked. Oh, smart move by Mad Cat. Horseman was moving up, hit him in the back. He's turned away now. And no one's touching him up there.
Oh, wow.
Ish.
The Kevster Vigorous, they are fighting hard. They just took out TKO, Kevster, and Vigorous, all triple teamed Stash in the Cyclops. Looks like he was a little out of position, and they made him pay for it. Horseman and Frio are now up top.
This is going to be a tough one for... Do they have strikes they can use? Rio and Horseman just taking the cap back.
Are they going to push the Kevster and Vigorous? They are. There goes down Kevster. Horseman with the kill. Horseman pushing Vigorous now.
TKO
Vigorous
so
can't
far out of
not
the way.
defend this. Vigorous is Vigorous a stick. Vigorous cannot fight back, and he now just goes down. Frio's dire well, 28%. Takes some skill to spread the damage in one of those walking ships. Oh, TKO coming in for the back shots. Oh, and he nails him. Horseman can't turn around. He just has to eat it in the ass. The Javelin is down. Scout Derek is coming up to help Horseman. Horseman's now turning around for TKO. Horseman needs to pull back and wait for Scout Derek. Never mind, he goes in for the kill. This is MJ12's. Well done, GG. That is a great ending. TKO was just a little bit sooner and was able to take out that second mech. He might have stood a chance against the... it was pretty weak.
Yeah, 912 damage for that Direwolf by Frio. Holy smokes.
That was a great game. Give us 1 second as we pull up the damage.
Yeah, just that 912. 5 components destroyed for Frio and that Direwolf. And 4 for Horseman, 4 for Scout Derek. 15 damage for Kevster.
Could that Direwell carried any harder? It's nice to see one of those being played and dominating the way it did. They're usually focused down and die before you can see them pull up real damage numbers like that.
Yep. Yeah, TKO, even him being kind of what looked like he was out of the match for a long time, doing great work at 530 damage. So let's take a look at the point spread. Starting to close in for MJ12. $30-24 for UKS. MJ12 6 points within tying this up. So another good win here. It's the exact same as the last match, and they could have a 30-30 point spread.
That'd be interesting if it's a tie.
This is a nice close one.
These are the matches that are worth living for. when they're like this, it's pretty up there skill playing, and you see strats that are different than what you just see every year in like Worlds. This 5v5 has been really interesting, and every now and then, at least a few matches every week, you're seeing total upsets with some drops, just one team annihilating another team, one drop and then the next drop, it's just completely reversed.
So say thanks to Cutback the Gamer for raiding us with a party a while ago.
We were raided. I didn't hear any air sirens.
I don't watch chat enough. I'm looking at it now. While there's time on the clock, so let's take a look at the map strat. Because, like I said, it was a bit of an oddball start for UKS because they picked a few points of no. Yes, TKO was up here. Yes. I can't remember the rest of them were.
uh,
But I know where Team 2
UK,
was.
yeah, UK. They had people in all three spawns. And Team 2 just had a couple in Bravo and the rest in Charlie, or they had one in Bravo. But yeah, they basically held a firing line and dictated how that whole match went up till near the end. Um, as both teams closed in and MJ12 got more, once UK were able to take the cap and force MJ12 to have to get closer. Uh, UK's more optimized close and mid-range weapons started dealing damage back, and that was a pretty close game there by the end. But MJ12 just did so much damage to them as UKS was trying to figure out what their play was going to be. Um, that hurt them, letting Frio get so many shots off on like the Fafnir and everything. And then Dith getting torn alive when he got himself in a bad position behind the UKS's firing line. Um, I thought that the game might turn at that point, but MJ12 pulled it off in the end.
Stuff like that. The arrows and things, and you watched it. Like I said, a good job by MJ12 to get the cap, hold the back, and just move in at the right time. Like I said, they lost data. They got it back. A good job by SA. Just like I said, not close enough, not fast enough to get back to help guys out and stuff. So it just didn't fully work out for them.
One thing I did notice on the J12 side, once Dith had the cap, he really didn't leave it. Like he stayed in this area pretty much most of the match. Uh, it wasn't until the UKS's assault started pushing towards Theta that he started going for more of a scouting and harassing. Um,
Yeah, because
because
Mad Cat was trying to get Theta. He was getting
Mhm.
fired at from here, and then yeah, Dith on was just outside where they couldn't see him, still close to Theta. Yeah, no, it
Yeah,
was a great play by MJ12 to hold it, just keep enough eyes on it where they could touch it.
this match was definitely one for the highlight reel, just like the last one.
Yeah, that's good too. Smart strategic play. Even if, like you said, they were losing guys in the last one on Frozen City, but the smart play where they had the cap, and then backed off. Sometimes you can't play with the way you wanna.
That's for sure. You can play to win, or you can play for fun. And pulling off the cap, or in Dith running away on that oh whoa. Oh, I thought both teams locked at the same time.
Yeah,
No,
so MJ12
MJ12's
is
locked.
double locked. Give you guys say they're 5 minutes. Good to go.
MJ12 looks like they're going Alpha and Charlie Land. Uh, and then we'll see what UKS does. Now on Hibernal, I am really curious how they're going to play this out.
Yeah, we're staring at the map right now.
MJ12 has Team 1. Yeah, so they're down here. They're Alpha Charlie, so who knows? They could go up this line, or they can move up to about here. It looks like they're going to go for creating a firing line on the southern half of the map. Uh, if that's the case, Smoke Riders probably do the same. I'm expecting some Pop Tart mechs These salts are probably going to be DACA. Like maybe like a Blood Ass with 3 UAC5s, 1 UAC10, or a Mad Cat with 2 UAC10s, 2 UAC5s. I'm expecting each team to probably have at least one of those. Maybe even a Vapor Eagle with Peeps. Just because Vapor Eagle's an OP mech. It can do almost any role you want it to do.
Yeah, it's hard to say with this one. There's just so many ways to play Canyon Network. Slash, bro.
If MJ12 can get an early cap here, I have seen the light take Theta and then run around here and then like start pop tarting super hard from around this down ship. Because from there they can pop tart, get their laser blast off to anything, literally anything between B3 to about C5, and seriously harass mechs. Wonder if we'll see any outside flanks. I think it was KD CM went right up the D4 line, and RJF had a firing line over here. In the end, RJF had better firepower because they eventually had mechs that went over here to D4, while KD had guys over here at Epsies and about right here. So they were able to get firing lines from 2 different angles. We'll see if this match ends up playing out similar, where the whole fight is on the right side of the map.
Yeah, because their guy, KDCM's guys in D5 just couldn't hold their team from coming across into D4 and going after the assaults. Because they were under heavy fire as well.
Oh yeah. It looks like UK is almost, they're all ready, just waiting for the official lock. I think they're giving a Braveheart speech now. They probably felt that they deserve one at this point. Probably need one, because this last match is going to determine who wins this or this last drop is going to determine who wins this match, because the score is so close.
Yeah, an MJ12 sweep would bring them up.
Did you see what Mad Cat did? He pulled a level, and like Ash said, don't be like level. Both teams are locked, and we're launching.
Good to go.
I'm expecting at some point that this not be a trading match to the end. I think at some point there is going to be a hard push, and that will end up determining this. Definitely find out here in a minute.
Alright, I'm staring at Adam Fearing's butt and his Marauder 2C8, as well as Captain Judas and the Blood Asp A, Grasshopper 5H, and whatever hell the other 2 mechs are. The Javelin 11A and the Vapor Eagle 2, like I said. What do we got on the MJ12 side?
We got Dith in a Javelin, Stash in an AC2 Annihilator 2A. We got Horseman in a Direwolf Prime going 8 AC2s again. Scout Derek in a Vapor Eagle that might be ATMs, and Frio in a Summoner D, definitely a Pop-Tart mech. It looks like Scout Derek and Frio are making a tag team. Oh no, now they're splitting up a bit. Scout Derek's going far. Frio looks like he picked up a position he's going to Pop-Tart in.
Oh,
Dith took some serious hit.
Yeah, jeez. Open yellow CT, or tie side torso, sorry.
He's trying to keep them from getting the early cap. He's just trying to trade with them at the center. I'm not sure how much longer he can. Stash and Horseman taking up AC2 firing lines on the right side, so, behind Tiny Volcano. Frio finally trying to get a couple trades in against the Grasshopper. Got a couple AC2 alphas into him.
Yeah, nice wide play on this match by MJ12. They're all over the map.
Yeah, here soon they're going to have smoke adders in a bit of a kill zone. Smoke adders is either disrupt MJ12's formation that looks like they got going on, or all push one side because MJ12 has two mechs on the left, two mechs on the far right, and neither side can defend each other.
Because I got the cap though.
Mad Cat with the cap.
Just gotta be smart about how they play this. We struck on Judas here. Just missing.
Dith down in the canyon backing off.
Oh, they might be able to take out the Dire Wolf and the Annihilator here.
Yeah, if they realize
Play this
that
well.
those two are alone, they definitely can pounce on them, and that'll make this. Captain Judas is holding back, so is Rick. Direwolf's trying to push him. Direwolf just took a huge alpha. It is now backpedaling hard. He is about to drop.
Holy crap. Yeah, 61%.
Can he get into cover? He made it into cover. UK realized it's just two mechs over there. They are pouncing hard. It is 4v2. Horseman is about to be surrounded. Stash is just backing up for dear life and trying to output as much damage as he can, but he's on the low ground, so his weapons can't shoot up very well. There goes Horseman halved, and he's still backing off. Mad Cat getting super aggressive. Horseman's backs to the enemy team, and he goes down.
Resource point Beta is ours.
Stash halved. The Mad Cat's still on his back with the javelin. It is now 4v1.
Oh man, yeah, like even with MJ12 taking the cap, that was a massacre on those two. Smart play though.
That's gone.
They're going for
Unfearing. Yeah, it looks like Unfearing with the delaying Scout Derek and Frio from being able to help. They traded 2 assaults for 1, with UKS so far in the lead. Dith able to take back the cap. Mad Cat and Dith both in Javelin 11As, the same build. They are taking pot shots. UKS is now all piling on the cap. They are now strike bait.
Yep, flipped it. Oh, Mad Cat's got to be. Oh, he's not getting touched.
And it's flipped.
Strike on Scout Derek.
Scout Derek and Frio need to pull out a kill. Dith down. Kevster and the Vapor Eagle in the low ground pushing. So is Rick and the Grasshopper. Scout is trying to get distance again off to the side.
Frick is the other guy. Oh, he's under me, damn it.
Yeah, Frio is in a little cave thing. He's now just popped up. Let's see if him. Oh, nice kill. Can they tag team another mech that comes around the corner one at a time? UKS funneling into Frio and Scout Derek one at a time. Now they got a little bit of a firing line going on. They could pull off a kill against that blood asp without losing another guy. They might be able to pull this off into a. Still got a little time on the timer.
Yeah, Kevster's not too well. He just lost his. It'll be 10s.
Frio going around to try to finish off the Javelin. Javelin's super injured. Both of them are in the red though. Scout Derek going to get a back shot? No, he went for the Javelin instead.
Yeah, Judas trying to take out Frio. Oh man, this Scout Derek could be the decider here.
I think he has he has tunnel vision for the Javelin, and Javelin does go 2v2. Can MJ12 pull this back from the obvious loss it was about 3 minutes ago? Kevster, super injured. Him and Scout Derek are going to be in a little trading war. Frio is trying to pressure Captain Judas. Captain Judas and Kevster are now stuck on each other. Looks like Scout Derek is going for a flank. Kevster and Judas sticking side by side, knowing that if they cannot get singled out.
Just missed him with that strike too.
Oh, Scout Derek with the back shot.
Oh,
Judas goes down.
just Kevster left, and he's only got the D1 ER PPC.
And
That's
Kevster
it.
goes down.
Yeah, that's enough time to cap.
Yes, it is. And that's GG. I thought for sure UKS there had it after they took out the two assault mechs that seemed a little out of position. UKS definitely capitalized on that. But Scout Derek and Frio were just able to pop tart and kite the enemy. As you saw there a few times, the enemy, the UKS funneled into him one mech at a time. And then when UKS had a small firing line against Frio and Scout Derek, they both those guys bailed and then got into new positions. That was definitely
Confirming that we
that
have
was
possession of Kappa.
amazing. UKS almost pulling that off.
That was a good comeback by Majestic 12.
I think the Grasshopper and Vapor Eagle pushing across the open ground at Scout Derek and Frio, letting those two get shots off while they were pop tarting. While that right there might have been the deciding factor in how MJ12 pulled this off. They got at least a few good alphas into the enemy team as the team died.
We've gathered enough resources.
And that's game.
Triumph will provide us
GG's.
huge tactical benefits.
Amazing by both sides.
Oh, dear lord, Scout Derek with 831 damage in that Vapor Eagle. 574 for the Blood Asp Judas on the BKS side. Dismantle's not doing too much, but still doing exactly what he needed to do. Damage 630 for Frio. Man, oh man.
That was a great match. Both teams well played.
See if there's any special that pops up in the match stats. Nope, no team damage. Oh damn, Scout Derek, 10 components destroyed. 5 for Rick 88 in that Grasshopper. 4 for Kevster. 4 for Frio. Man, just Scout Derek making the difference on that last drop.
Oh yeah, he absolutely saved his team on that one. The damage, the components destroyed, having mechs, just almost Div A quality play by him. Frio it's still 630. That's still pretty good. They both have one team damage. I assume that they bumped into each other at one point.
Just rubbed arms and butts. That's when they high-fived after. And I believe that is a match set point game.
What's the final tally?
34-34.
They tied?
Yep,
Wow, they tied.
Great job by MJ12 coming back on those last 3 drops. Tie this one up.
Oh yeah. Things were not looking good in the first 2 drops. They definitely dropped the ball on Solar City, but they picked themselves back up, dusted themselves off, they gritted their teeth, and they came back to tie the match.
Well, let's bring them in and see what they gotta say. Boys.
Hello.
Hey.
Even match game, hot diggity. 34-34.
It's pretty close. So what's the tiebreaker decider here? If you don't mind me asking again to clarify.
What am I? Do I run this thing? Shit, I don't know. Things. I don't know. First tiebreaker's mechs destroyed for and against difference. And then teams tied will play one more full round against each other to determine who places higher on the leaderboard.
Okay, so it's whichever team has the most mech kills minus how many mechs they lost is the first tiebreaker. If they still tie at that point, then
No.
I'm just slightly confused about the wording.
Interesting.
Do I both you MJ12?
Correct.
Yeah, we're waiting
I
for
thought so.
unfearing. Scout Derek, nice carry there on Hibernal.
Yeah, it's a little bit rough initially.
I mean, we're not going to take anything away from Frio. He did a great job with that Summoner D as well. But
Right,
the components
did.
destroyed, 830 damage. That was the money.
I think honestly, the issue there that was going on was they pushed onto our assaults, but they left the Marauder 2C behind, so me and Frio jumped on that.
Yeah, we
So
almost had to leave him behind. He just couldn't get to where he needed to be in time. Which seemed like to us when we're watching, it seemed like that was fair. They took 2 of your assaults, you got 1. It was like it's over, but not so much because you guys took the grasshopper on the way across when they were coming back for you guys to take the cap, and then yeah, just worked your magic from there. Hell of a job.
I gotta give credit to Smoke Adders too. The first 2 matches though, they knew what to do, and they basically countered us, and we weren't ready for it.
Yeah, Slayer City, from a top-down perspective, looked pretty. So what did happen, on that drop? Because I saw because you and Death ended up engaging them, and the rest of your team was like,
It's a little bit of confusion on where the enemy was. So
Yeah.
by the
But-
time me and Dith had officially spotted them, our guys were still way back and not sure what to do on their own.
"Gotcha." Because we saw you and Death poke them, and then their whole team basically dived on you, Derek, and your
Right.
Wolverine.
Right.
There were a bit too many sharp corners on the map too.
Right.
In this corner of the map, so can understand if the people couldn't really figure out where to move in order to punish them.
On the light drop, did you guys happen to get any UAVs? I saw UKS. They seemed to pop up like at least
4 or
3
5. Yes.
Yeah, and you guys were shooting them down as quickly as they went up. Except for it looks like you guys missed one on the very edge of the caldera. It looks like they knew you guys where you guys were because they could tell where you weren't.
Yeah. They just they pushed and we weren't ready for it. So it's as simple as that. You know?
I'm trying to get some getters in here. I don't know what the hell they're doing.
I guess they're not coming. I guess it's just like the the last match where
Interesting.
RJF couldn't come because it's super late where they were. But Jay came and spoke on their behalf.
So you guys are working on your light drops, right?
Yes. Definitely need more work on the light drops.
Certainly.
Because yeah, we definitely thought, well, with the way the first 2 drops looked, it did not look good. But you guys made the great comeback on the next 3. So instead tying it up, and a hell of a job.
Yeah, on Frozen City, you pulled out at the right time, Diff. Was that already pre-planned of like where you would run since you were in that
No.
linebacker?
It was no plan until the caps went too well for us, and I just knew the map is big enough to just run anywhere where there's just enough space.
Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
like. Go ahead.
The initial plan was that decided that we should hang back a little to see what the enemy does. And from there, decide if we go left or right. So they went across. So we went across as well. And we set up there. And, you know, they're still hanging it way back, you know. If I'm looking on the map correctly.
Yeah, it wasn't really not going as planned, but we put it off.
Right. The issue with the smoke arrows from what I saw was they hung way back instead of pushing into the city from, they're hanging around G6 over there trying to trade us. And then they finally started rotating over to E6 and E7 and started applying pressure.
When you took the theta cap, when you did, that seemed like was that like a last second decision? Because that was like almost perfect timing there about the mid match. When you got on there and then got yourself behind the like that long piece of cover right to the south of it, and then from there you were pop tarting and still applying pressure at the guys who were on your side of the map at that point. Well, what was originally your side of the map. And then it looked like you had fire lanes on Theta also from there.
That's where we changed the plan from pushing them to holding back, taking the cap.
Yeah, we decided that, hey, they're all the way over there. They're not going to touch the cap. We might as well take it and play for time.
Well, it was definitely the right audible at that moment. What about mining? Like that firing line you guys had up at your base, that looked like a super strong play. I saw that Frio was able to get a lot of shots in on UKS's mechs from clear across the map. And I saw Stash was guarding that far end. I think that was the southern edge of the map. Like, what was the initial? What was your guys' plan on that one?
Well, that was the plan, holding Overwatch.
Yep. That was pretty much it. Just decided that, might as well. We have the good side since we won the 1v1. Since we're on Team 2, we can literally just sit there and watch over Theta. And they really can't do anything. If they try to push, we had the Cyclops on the left there in E5, looking over the left side to see if they're going to go wide to push. And we also had a Bloodass on the other side in D6 to watch over the right side as well too. And then to the center, behind Theta in E4 and D4, I believe.
Welcome, Inferior.
So, hi.
We got MJ12's point of view for most of these maps. So,
Talking about Mining Collective, Unfearing, what was your guys' take on that one? You guys were spread pretty wide, but rough time getting collected and coming back in.
I mean, I thought MJ12 was pretty spread.
Was your guys' original plan to push? I saw you guys had a lot of DACA mechs, like mid-range trade mechs, and then I think the Annihilator was dual heavy. Was the initial plan just to push right into them, and then that got changed halfway through?
No, it's just more like just control the lane and just look down them, and then if they're gonna do something kind of rangy, just kind of move up and take a corner or a side of it. The team members had different implementations of that.
TKO managed to find himself on playing both the far left flank and the far right flank. I've seen him cross the map, I think, twice. There at the end, he almost pulled it off when he came around towards Theta and started getting back shot. That was super close. He almost killed that second mech, but the Annihilator and the Bloodass were able to finish him off. But yeah, mining was still super close there in the end, even though it looked like MJ12 was definitely going to dominate that. So that was well done on your guys' part. Oh,
You're welcome.
Also, from your perspective, what happened on Frozen City? Did you guys not notice the timer and the cap until near the end? Because I think it was only the last couple minutes of the match when you guys finally pushed Theta.
No, we kind of like noticed when that Summoner was there and we were contesting it, but we just didn't make the move soon enough. And yeah, it did happen towards the later half, so there wasn't as much time for the points to tick back.
I think that's it, actually, guys. Like Good job on both teams, guys. Like I said, 34 points straight across the board. It was a great match to cast, great match to watch. So
Absolutely.
thanks for that.
Yeah, well played.
Yeah, GG.
GG.
Thanks for the cast.
No
Yeah.
problem. Sorry for the last minute. Karash brought it up. Said you should probably do it. We said okay. I get yelled at by my wife, so I gotta go do that now.
We
Ah,
got one
Nice.
more tonight, don't we? At
Yeah, we got one more.
3 hours.
So
Have
thanks.
fun.
Thanks again, guys. Good
alrighty.
match.
See ya.
Yeah, as we just said, there's another match in 2 hours, which will be done by Kras, Napesky, and I think Punish Konglord. And then we will be doing another one 3 hours from now on MW Leagues 2 catch up for normal one. So thanks, Level, again, and we will see you guys later.
It was my pleasure. See you guys soon.